welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something that can really shape your music career. Two choices, either to go with the agencies or to choose your solo path and choose your clients on your own. I've been navigating this space for a while now, so I decided that it's going to be nice to share my experience and my life choices as well with you. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the music agencies. When I first considered working with the agencies around 10 years ago, back in Ukraine, back in my country, the idea was pretty much nice. It felt amazing for me, especially considering the fact that I was in the very beginning of my solo career. I was always sure that the agency can help me out a lot because they have their own database, they have their own clients, they have access to the venues, which for sure I didn't have access back in the days in the beginning. One of the biggest benefits working with the agency is that they do the heavy lifting, finding the work for you, at least when it comes to professional agencies. So what it actually means is that you don't need to spend hours looking for the clients, looking for the venues. The agency will do it for you. And that can save you a lot of time because you can spend it for rehearsing, looking for new songs, or just creating the content. Another major advantage is the network. Agencies often have long-standing relationships with venues, event planners, and companies. And that means you can get the opportunity to perform for high-end venues, corporate gigs that you might not even know existed without their help. But it's not all that simple, because agencies usually take percentage from the gigs from 10 until around 50%. And this is something I want you to really think about, because while you're saving time, of course you're saving time, it's amazing, especially in the beginning, but at the same time you're giving part of your income to someone else just because they have their own contacts. And this is something that you might want to change after a while. Plus, not all of the agencies are really having your best interest in mind. This is why it's really important to choose the agency which is trustworthy and understands your style and your career goals. Moreover, sometimes there are agencies who just hire the musician on the basic salary and use them for multiple gigs per day, and in the end they're not paying them accordingly. And this thing, it can really exhaust you pretty much quickly. Plus, these kind of agencies sometimes require you to never post anything on social media, never speak to any kind of people, and God forbid to speak to the client. And sometimes you're not even allowed to go out to other venues or have a social life. So these are greedy people that you definitely want to avoid. Now let's talk about finding clients on your own. This route is very rewarding, but it doesn't come easy, because when you're working alone, everything falls on your shoulders. You have to market yourself, you need to do the social medias, you need to talk to people, go out to the venues to just get your name out there. And of course, this is incredibly exciting, but at the same time, it's overwhelming. The biggest benefit of working solo is, of course, that you're keeping 100% of your salary for yourself. So it means that you have more money, but also it means that you have more responsibility. One of the most important things that I learned is that networking is everything. It means that you need to get out there, meet people, go to the venues, and create relationships with potential clients. As an introvert, social medias were a huge help for me. These kind of websites like Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, they help me to showcase my skills just from home, from the internet, and attract clients who resonate with my style. And it's also a great tool for attracting the clients or businesses who need musicians for corporate events. But even with the power of social media, going solo means that you're always looking for new opportunities. So the most important thing here is consistency. You have to continuously put yourself out there, you have to continuously post your photos, your videos, and apart from that, you also need to attend the events. This is why it takes time and lots of persistence. As I told in the previous video, you need to have everything organized. You need to know your prices, you need to know your limits, you need to always be polite, you need to know how to find the way to the client and how to make yourself approachable and friendly and easygoing. So if you want to know more about this topic, you can go to the previous video. I think I will keep the link here somewhere. But the most important thing here is just to stop being lazy and start doing your thing, and it will be a success. In the end, the choice between the agency and going solo depends on where you are in your career right now. because the agency can be a good kickstart for you in the very beginning, but after a while, and I'm not the only one who is saying that, there's lots of musicians who are starting with the agencies, but then they want to have more control. So if you start feeling that you want more control over your time, over your money, over the clients that you're interacting with, then you should start thinking about going solo and making your relationships with clients more closer and just make your database of their contacts. But if you're still in the very beginning and you want to understand the market much better and you want to spend more time just to maybe know which kind of music works out there, especially if you're not in your city, in your native city, and you're somewhere abroad and you don't know what people actually like in the beginning, it's really good place to start with the agent, because agent will tell you all the details. Most probably he's gonna have specific requests for music, and what you're gonna need to do is just to take the songs that people are requesting from you and you just learn them. After a while, when you're performing more and more on the events, you will start understanding which works better for this community and which doesn't work for this community at all. For example, when I came to work on my first contract here in UAE, my type of music was absolutely not acceptable for this place, because what I came with was pop music, there was some classical music and also rock music. Here I ended up with house music and different kinds of deep house remixes and Afro house music and pop music, but in totally different approach. And I also had to learn how to play a bit of Arabic style or a bit of Turkish style, because this country, it's more international, but also it has some kind of Arabic influence and Arabic vibe here. What I mean here is that you need to learn which kind of music will be acceptable for the venue, for the place, for the country, or for just a family dinner if you're playing in some kind of small events. And this knowledge only comes with practice, and if you don't want to get in the situation when you came unprepared with the music which doesn't fit the situation, then it's a very good thing to have an agent who will prepare everything for you. You will just go, play, take your money and continue working. And even if you're already working solo, it never hurts to work with the agents time to time. But in this case scenario, you will have your own fees and the agent will have the job offer for you. Then you will discuss the appropriate terms for both of us. He will take his commission, you will have your appropriate amount of money, and still the client will be happy. So the agent here will just be as a middleman who is making contact between you and the client. Everyone will be happy in this situation, and still it's not gonna be like a slavery just for the agency who hired you for a full term. So this is a win-win. Even if you're a solo artist, even if you're going freelance already, agents are not a bad thing for you, and agents can still be a very good benefit for you in your career. Just choose your agents properly, choose the agencies properly, and don't be scared to ask the questions, and don't be scared to read the contracts and ask to change it if there is something that you don't like. Because people nowadays, unfortunately, they're really tricky and no one loses a chance just to try and fool you. Unfortunately, it is like this, so you have to stand for yourself. As I told before, know your limits, know your prices, know the things that you will never do, and know the things that are negotiable in different kinds of situations. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful for you and it helped maybe figure out which path you want to take for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment and follow. If you maybe have some interesting story you want to share with us, maybe you have some interesting experience in your music career, don't be shy, put it in the comments, we will discuss it. And thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye!